Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at these speakers right here. It's the Creative Pebble X Plus. They come with the two Pebble speakers, the smaller ones, and a nice little subwoofer that actually sounds really good. Now, this is going to be two small speakers and a subwoofer, and even the box itself, when it comes, it's very dense, so that's usually a good sign in the product. It tells you it's good quality. So let me put this aside, and I have the speakers here. Now, it's going to be two speakers, unlike the regular Pebble. The Pebble Plus, the main difference is this is going to come with a nice subwoofer. So here are both speakers that you get. You're going to get a left and a right speaker. The left one you see is marked by the L there. And it's going to have already a pre-connected cable. The right speaker, this is where you're going to have basically your volume adjustment. You're going to have a Bluetooth. This is Bluetooth capable, of course. And then here, you also have the button for the RGB lights. There is various things you can do. And right here, right around the side of the speaker, you're going to see really cool RGB lights. It's not like the brightest thing in the world, but it makes it kind of cool, kind of elegant. I think it's a very nice touch. Now, these also come with a subwoofer. That's going to be the plus part of this. As you can see, a really nice thing about this, it's only one cable that goes into the back of the subwoofer, and it's very small. Look, I can basically hold it with one hand. It's still pretty dense and pretty heavy, built very nicely. If you take a look at the design, you have, looks very nice, very nicely finished. You know, it's nice and dense, but you want something like this not to be, you know, too light or plasticky. It feels very robust. And only one connection in the back. Now, right away, my favorite thing about these speakers, I had them connected to a MacBook Pro, and right with the USB-C cable, and they're powered. There's no bulky power connector. A lot of speakers, that's the one downside. If you want to keep a clean desk, or maybe you want to be a little bit mobile, you can't really do it without having a bulky AC adapter or something like that. These work just fine by just plugging directly into the laptop, and that's also how you do the audio. It showed up right away as the Creative Pebble Plus speakers on my MacBook. Same thing with Windows. You can just plug it in if you have a USB-C slot that can provide power. Now, what you can also do, it also has an additional USB slot on the back of the right speaker if you want to connect it to a power source, a power adapter. So that's obviously going to give you a little bit more juice, a little bit more power. But I found, especially with the Thunderbolt 4 port on the MacBook, these sounded pretty good. And obviously you may get a little more power if you connect it, but then you're going to have to supply your own AC adapter. It doesn't come with it in the box, but you will be able to just put the cable to some type of an adapter if you do want more power. I like it connected without any type of AC adapter. It just keeps everything a little bit more tidy. So now let's talk about how these sound. First, they're very small speakers. That's why it's called the Pebble, like you would find a pebble at a beach or something like that. For the size, they sound really good. Like, I was playing some music that had some bass to test out the speakers. Very nicely well-rounded, and even some classical music, some piano music, which sometimes can be difficult on certain speakers, sounded crystal clear, very transparent on these speakers. Actually very enjoyable to listen to. The volume goes up a pretty good amount. I don't like listening to music very loud or anything like that, but when you have these positioned in front of you, like in a computer setup, you can basically, you know, listen to every single detail without any issue, and it sounds nice and full, nice and developed. And now, if you don't want to put them on your desk, you do have little mounting points on the bottom of both speakers, so you can put them like on a tripod mount, or even some type of like you know, like a little camera stand or something like that, or speaker stands. So if you want to, you know, aim them maybe above your monitor or something like that, where you don't want to have them on your desk, you can do that as well. Another really nice feature for these speakers. Now, a lot of monitors don't come with their own built-in sound. I know when I was getting certain monitors, like even some of the nice OLED monitors, they don't really have built-in speakers on some of them, because they assume you're going to be able to use a nice setup for like this, either for gaming or even for like content creation and productivity. Something like this works great because you can hear things, you know, pretty nice and clear. And they also have on the side of the right speaker, you have your headphone and a microphone jack there as well. So I think for what you're getting here, the features are basically exactly what you need, and very, very easy and small setup. These big speaker systems can be cool, and they can have, an overwhelming amount of bass or even, the sound output, but you're dealing usually with really big sound woofers or maybe a sound bar or something like that. Compared to a sound bar, and I have used the Creative sound bars before, they're excellent. They sound really good. These, the one benefit is if you don't have the space for a sound bar like in front of a monitor, sometimes it's a little easier to put these on the left and right of a monitor setup if you don't want to block sort of the middle. So that's one nice thing about these. And you can have a little bit more separation in the sound as well. So overall, it's a really good sounding package, and it's a very, very small package. I mean, even look at the box that it comes in. It's not massively big like most speakers, and I think that really does make a nice difference when you want to have a nice setup. If you want to connect this to it's perfect for laptops because you can power them basically by Thunderbolt 4 or USB-C or something like that on the laptop itself without needing a lot of wires, and the subwoofer is small enough that you can basically fit it in anywhere. So overall, very nice set of speakers. I do want to thank Creative for sending me this to take a look and to do a little review on. So it's the Creative Pebble X Plus speakers. Very, very good quality. Very nice. And so let me know what you think down below. What type of speakers are you using now, be it for gaming or productivity? Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.